So apparently Candace Owens put Andrew Wilson in a body bag. Good for her, because I can't stand this dude sometimes. One of the red pill weirdos, and I don't have a fond feeling for the red pill community. And he typically likes to debate OnlyFans models. So let's see how this goes when he debates a educated woman. Spoiler alert: I watched like the first 10 seconds of this, and looks like she was whooping his ass. But let's watch the whole thing together.
If I may ask a question, is that permitted?
Go ahead.
Just so I also have clarity, since your basis has been evidentiary, you keep saying that you have evidence or like you are following evidence. Which one of the charges against, or all of them, do you think Tyler Robinson is guilty of?
The specific charge?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
doubt.
I think is that Tyler Robinson shot Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, but of the 7 charges that he's being charged.
Yeah. Can we list them real quick? I'll tell you.
You see how he avoided the question, and then he asked, "Can we list them?" She asked him like, "What do you think he's guilty of?" And he doesn't even know what he doesn't even know what Tyler Robinson is being accused of. That's what it seems like. That's how it appears. But let's actually watch it more. But I can't stand this guy. So maybe he has some good points. I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as possible. But let's watch. Let's continue.
I'll tell you exactly which ones. We'll pull them up.
Well, do you know any of the charges that he's up for right now?
Yeah, of course. But I want to make sure that we have them listed.
Yeah, but like can you name one? Because my general perspective is that you don't actually care about this case. You're not following the case.
That's the question. You're just not following it enough.
I can't stand this guy. Look at that smug little. He smiles like a goddamn kangaroo. I can't stand his face right now, man. Like he doesn't have the answer. That's what it boils down to. He doesn't have the answer. He cannot say, "Look, man, I don't know." And he's supposed to be like rah rah red pill manosphere guy, and that means you're supposed to be able to take accountability. And part of being a leader and being accountable and being the strong man that you claim you are is admitting when you don't know something. It's okay to not know, and it's also okay to be wrong. But he refuses to accept that, and he refuses to just answer the question. Well, he's not refusing to answer the question. He doesn't have an answer to the question, and he's refusing to admit it.
It seems pretty, like, if you're going to engage and you're going to say the evidence is overwhelming that Tyler Robinson is guilty, I just think that you should, like,
right.
Can you tell me one
Then let's do the
charge
counter.
that he's...
You can really, hang on, this is a great gotcha.
No. You just got to ask me, play clips out of context, put me in the hot seat. So please just answer the
This
question.
is fair. Name all 7 since you've been following the case.
Wow, this dude that's as low as you could get. He can't name one. He's like, so you do it. Hey, you answer them. So before I answer, if I know them, let me see if you know them. Dude, my guy, just say you don't know them. Just say you don't. This woman's cooking you. You're getting fried out there. Fricassee. Just let her win. Let her know that you don't know the answer. But he won't do it.
Okay, sure. You name one.
Yeah, you named all 7.
I'm happy to do that, but can you name one?
I think he's been charged with murder.
That's actually incorrect.
Okay, great. Now name all 7.
He doesn't even. This is like
name all 7.
And I
can you name all 7?
I can.
Then do it.
Sure, you don't have to
do it. No, do it. I'll count them. Go ahead.
You don't have to put your fingers up.
Okay, hang on. Name them.
Yeah, sure.
Name
them. The first charge is aggravated murder because that's what carries a death sentence in the state of Utah.
No. He's trying to be a bully. And then when she puts him on blast by saying, no, murder is not one of the charges, aggravated murder is, he's like, so murder? No, that's not the case. Legal talk and regular talk is not the same. Aggravated murder is a different charge than murder. Okay, aggravated murder typically carries the death penalty. I think that's why they want to hit him with aggravated murder. But no, absolutely not. They're not the same thing. So murder. And you see he's trying to use bullying tactics. He's not letting her finish. He keeps cutting her off. She's remaining cool, calm, composed. If you try to ask me which one of these is the alpha, she's the big dog on campus. She's the alpha. She's composed. She has the more, I don't want to say masculine energy, but I'm only going to use that terminology because of who this guy is. She's the one who is more in frame, and he's the one acting extra emotional. So we're not going to say masculine or feminine, but she is composed. She's stoic. She's talking properly, and he's all hyper emotional. He's trying to be a bully, and he's failing at it.
No, that is literally not murder.
Okay.
And so just for people, I don't have to do it in a time limit. There's nothing going on. And just to explain to people the difference of why that really matters and shows that he doesn't actually care about this at all is because aggravated murder, it's narrowly defined, and because it carries a death sentence. I'm going to answer the question.
Okay.
She's not avoiding the question. It was her question. How could she be avoiding the question that she asked you? You avoided the question. You bum.
Just going to recognize that your strategy of thinking that people are intimidated when you try to put a time constraint doesn't work, and you'll be better the next time you debate someone.
I got it. Give me the other ones.
The more you cut me off, the longer I'll take. Do you want to just wait for me to finish of why that's a big difference so that people don't walk away?
No, I just want you to list the charges.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. You just don't get to pretend that there's a time constraint for me to do that.
Well, how long does it take you to list 7 charges?
Because I'm speaking. You just got to.
It sounds like you're just delaying it because you don't know them.
I know all 7 of them,
Then
and I'm going to say
them
again, because you're going to get embarrassed. You don't have to rush this. I'm also showing an example of a very flawed debate strategy.
You let her cook. Let her cook.
I actually am under no time constraint.
I got one.
Great. The second charge is the felony discharge of a weapon. The next 2 charges are for obstruction of justice.
Okay.
The next 2 charges are for witness tampering. And
what's the specific charges, though?
That is them. Obstruction of justice,
Both
obstruction of justice, witness tampering, witness tampering.
Okay. And there's no other specifics to them?
Well, I can tell you why he's being charged with it.
Just the charges and then 7?
Yeah, see, the bad thing is when you try to be an a-hole and it doesn't work.
What's the 7th?
The last charge is violence in front of a minor.
Okay.
All 7. Off the clip, off the rip, off the dome, and he has no response. Nothing at all. Just sitting there with them ugly $20 boots on, fake-ass lugs. Them ain't even Tim's. So he wants to go out there. He tries to play the bully, and he fails. But he won't admit that because that's the thing with these red pill weirdos. When they can't win an argument, they try to resort to bullying tactics. And when those don't work, they try to just have this smug, this extra smug, extra arrogant way about them. And they think that that means that they're winning when in reality they're losing. He's looking stupid. He's looking dumber every second, but he won't admit it. And this is what you get from the red pill community. And I know that some of you guys are red pill defenders, and I know that some of you guys are fans of Andrew Wilson. I'm not going to say I always disliked him. I saw some few clips where I kind of liked the things he was talking about. But then when you realize he likes to debate with 18 and 19-year-old girls who shake their ass on the internet for money, you realize, like, this guy never actually debates anybody worth debating. And one time when he did, she cooked him. She exposed his hypocrisy, how he likes to talk about some women will never get married, and women with children, or women who do OnlyFans, or women who have baby daddies will never get married. And he married a 3-time baby mama. Let me not say 3-time baby mama. She was a divorced mother of 3, I believe, and he married her. So he's a hypocrite, but he likes to come out here and spew these talking points against these like girls who graduated high school 2-3 years ago, and thinks that he actually knows something when he doesn't.
Okay, got it. So then he's being charged with murder. You just say aggravated murder.
Oh my God.
That's the distinction. You just want to.
It's a massive. It's like you cannot say murder versus aggravated murder.
Distinction.
This gets to the entire crux of why him being up for the death sentence. And I actually find the defense's filing about why this is not aggravated to be very compelling of why it's not aggravated murder. I actually think that the state was going to even try to pull this off, they should have charged him with just murder. And then I do also, again, want to stress to audiences that debate strategy of thinking that you have to speak faster, or somebody puts your hand up and they try to pretend like it's some sport. I think he thinks it's a blood sport. It's not. It's about being right and being principled when you're engaging. And you can make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time, but at least be genuine in pretending that you care about this case enough to know.
So she's not even talking about the case anymore. Now she's just frying them, cooking them. Greasy ass skin. He probably was burning up over there. Fried chicken. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And he's debating somebody who does know what they're talking about. And he's realizing, maybe I should stick to interviewing and debating these 19-year-old, X-rated stars. Because clearly he can't debate with anybody who, reads books. Because this is actually kind of embarrassing. Like, I feel secondhand embarrassment just watching it. No, I don't. Cook his dog ass.
To know one of the 7 charges that are up against Tyler Robinson when you say the evidence is overwhelming that he's guilty. If you would like to move to final statements, I'm fine. I want to make sure Andrew has had the time that he has requested.
I think your team would like to pull up the 7 charges that he just asked you about. If you guys want to pull that up, just to confirm the 7 you went through. Can you guys zoom in a little bit for
aggravated murder, felony discharge of a firearm, obstruction of justice, which is counts 3 and 4, 5 and 6, tampering with a witness, and count 7
violent
offense in the presence of a minor.
Front of a child.
Yeah.
Ooh, receipts. Receipts. This is how you win a debate, ladies and gentlemen. You come with facts. You cannot argue against the facts. Now, I will say this. I heard that, I hear on the internet people try to debate these idiots and these morons. You got to understand, no amount of evidence will ever convince a fool. No amount of evidence will ever convince an idiot or somebody who just refuses to listen. In this situation, Andrew Wilson is that fool. You cannot convince him that he was wrong, even though all the proof is right here. I don't know how he sleeps at night.
Yeah. So 5-6 tampering witness, third-degree felony. Now, I did notice something I just was curious about. If I'm just wondering, when you pulled out your phone just before you asked that question, did somebody by chance text you that question?
You can check my phone.
I'm just curious.
No, you can absolutely not. I have not had one communication with a single person, not even my producers who are in there this whole time we were here. You want to check my phone?
Even if somebody did send her the question, she was still able to speak on it clearly. There's no way she memorized all 7 of those just off the rip. If she did, she's a super genius. Well, compared to you, I think she's a super genius anyway. But even if she did have somebody send her those questions, you couldn't answer it, and she could, meaning she was educated on it and you weren't. It's that simple.
Phone? I'm happy to do it because you're just going to get double embarrassed. Where's my phone?
You want to see it?
I'm just curious. Yeah.
You can literally do that. Here you go. PBD, you're the moderator.
Okay.
Take it.
Let's see
See
it.
if anyone was texted at all during this debate.
Mm.
All right.
About the violent charges or anything.
I'm looking through this. You give me permission.
You
I'm
have
looking
full
at the, I'm not
permission
gonna
to
give
go through my
names.
phone. I don't need to cheat.
So the last one has nothing to do with it. It's just a compliment.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even read my text messages.
That's a compliment.
He's reading them.
You're okay. You'll give me permission.
Yes.
I'm just going to read 3 of them to 1132 because after that, I don't need to read it.
Any other texts? Could have been Telegram. Could have been something.
All
like
I have is Signal. You can check that too. I only have Signal. Telegram I used in Russia, and that was I downloaded for Russia.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah,
You don't have no choice. You don't have to take her word. She got the proof right there. Nobody sent her anything. You're just wrong. You're dumb. You bum.
I don't need to I deeply care about this case. I don't need to pretend
I get
to
it.
know
If you
stuff
deeply
that I
care
don't
about
know.
the case,
Yeah.
I just, I have.
Yeah, he lost. You failed. You just lost one. It's so silly. How come? You might win some, but you really lost one. You bump. I can't stand people like that. And I'm so happy that she cooked the dog shit out of him. And you guys who are Andrew Wilson fans, I don't know how you defend him. If you have any defenses for him, put it in the comment section below. I'm going to go watch the whole video, and I'm going to, put the link to this video in the description below. But there's no defense for this. There's no defense. He had no response to anything that she said. Nothing at all. So, yeah, and I know this wasn't the most, unbiased video. If I'm being honest, I'm quite biased against, the red pill community just because a lot of them are just weirdos. And we just saw an example of a red pill weirdo getting cooked. So, congratulations. Take that, you moron. And Andrew Wilson, suck